Namaste everyone and welcome back to my channel Awaken with Pradnya. And today I am going to talk about the most awaited topic, that is the chaser's dilemma, whether to contact their runner twin flame or not to contact their twin flame. Couple of weeks back, I started a series, the runner chaser dynamic, and I got a huge response. And I had never ever thought that the runner chaser dynamic is going to receive so much of response from so many viewers. So thank you so much, because it really does give me a lot of encouragement. And I also want to thank my own twin flame, because without him I wouldn't have been able to go through this experience myself, and I wouldn't have been able to learn what I have learned on this journey. And this video would not have been possible without his presence in my life. Before I begin, whoever has not subscribed to my channel yet, I urge all of you to subscribe to my channel to know much more about how you can navigate your twin flame journey in much better way, much positive way, and how you can enjoy your journey while you are on your way to union. I also do take one-on-one sessions for those who want to consult with me personally about their twin flame journey or their spiritual awakening experience. So anybody wants to consult with me in private, I have given all the information links in the description of this video. As I always say, being a chaser or being a runner is definitely not any sort of a role, but it is a state of mind. So when it comes to being in the state of the chaser's mind state, there is always this battle between your ego and your heart, that you want to contact your twin flame and you don't know what to do, whether to contact your twin flame or not to contact your twin flame. And this chasing is also happening on the energetic level. It's not necessarily that you are physically chasing this person or you are actually doing something in action, but energetically you are in the state of chasing your twin flame. So when it comes to today's topic, I am going to dissect it in a different perspective. I'm going to dissect it according to the soul and ego, because you would be able to understand how to deal with your own feelings in much better way. First, I want all of us to understand that why a chaser, a person who is in the state of chaser's mind state, would want to chase their twin flame. What triggers the chaser to chase their twin flame? If you really look at it from the soul's perspective, it's always going to be the longing to be with your twin flame. It's always going to be that intense magnetic feeling, that intense love which you feel for your twin flame, and this intense urge, a soulful urge to connect with your twin flame or to be with your twin flame. All these feelings or urges, what you're feeling, are coming from your soul. When it comes to your ego, your physical mind, where you are operating from the rational aspect of this whole connection. So you are having doubts, you are thinking logically, you are having expectations, you are having insecurities, you are having fear of losing your twin flame. You are also having a fear of getting hurt by your twin flame. You are having judgment, you are having assumptions, you are having anxiety, you are having expectations. All these emotions which you are having for your twin flame are coming from your ego. And because of all these traits of your ego, there are certain triggers which you are going through when it comes to chasing your twin flame. And what are those triggers? This intense urge of checking on your twin flame. What are they up to? So you want to go again and again on their social media, or you want to stalk them on WhatsApp or anywhere, wherever they are available. And you would want to keep some sort of a track to see what is happening in their life. You also start feeling that they are not contacting you, so maybe they will forget you or they will move on, or maybe they are not really thinking about you the way you are thinking about them. And another thing is, there is this need for you to validate again and again that they do still love you, because you are having this fear of losing them, or you are having this fear of losing the track, that if I don't check on this person on daily basis, maybe I would just lose this track, that what they are up to in their life. And that fear of losing them, fear of losing that track is making you uneasy, and that is why you feel like chasing them. So if you really look at this whole scenario and dissect this whole scenario, the part which is really coming from your soul is a real core part, that you are having this longing and very innate magnetic pull towards your twin flame. But with your soul, there is also your ego who is holding so much of negative stuff. And because of that, whatever triggers you are getting, you are feeling like chasing your twin flame so much. If you really look at this whole scenario, what is the central theme of you being a chaser? And the answer is your fear, your insecurity, your assumptions, your judgment, your expectations. These are the things which are controlling you, and that is why you are again and again snapping into the state of chaser's mind state. So now I'm going to go ahead and dissect it further. Okay, why a chaser would chase? Because now, as we are talking about the dilemma, that the chaser always ends up in the dilemma that whether I have to chase or I don't have to chase. What do I do? Whether I should contact my twin flame or I should not contact. Whenever you are in the state of mind of contacting, that okay, I want to contact, what are the reasons? Why are you actually feeling like contacting your twin flame? And that urge, if I really want to dissect it from the place of ego, that your ego is wanting to contact your twin flame. Why? What are the reasons why your ego wants to contact your twin flame? And the reasons would typically be, if I stop initiating the contact with my runner, most probably they will feel that I have moved on. I am not anymore interested in them. Maybe they will also not contact me either. So I will just lose everything. I will lose the track. And what are the reasons why a chaser will feel this confusion that they should not contact their twin flame? Maybe if I contact my twin flame, they are not going to like it. Or maybe if I contact them, their spouse or their partner is not going to like it. Or they told me initially that don't contact me. So they have anyways not have given you permission to contact them. When earlier you were in contact, they blocked you because of some reason. And they said that you don't ever contact me. Or you might be having this guilt or fear of disturbing them in your life. You're having this guilt that maybe you are the only one who is thinking about them, and they have already moved on, and if you contact them again, it will be a wrong move from your side, and it is not ethical, it is not good. There is this battle of right and wrong inside your heart. You also might be feeling that if you contact them and they don't reply you, then you will start getting disappointed, you will feel hurt, you will be devastated. So you want to protect yourself from getting into this whole scenario of being in pain and being rejected again, or feeling of abandonment, facing that feeling of rejection again from them. And that is why you are completely fearful when it comes to contacting them again. You also feel that they are kind of showing you some sort of a narcissistic trait, and you are treated as a trash, or they are taking you for granted. That is why you want to refrain from contacting them. So all these things, whatever reasonings you are giving yourself for not contacting, are coming from assumptions, judgment, past hurt, and your subtle ego, that why should I always initiate contact, they should initiate contact, why should I always chase them, they should also be feeling something for me. So this subtle ego also comes in place, that I am not always going to be the one who initiates the contact, they also should initiate the contact. So this particular subtle ego is, if you really dig down deep into this subtle ego, the origin of the subtle ego is again expectation, that they should do this. So it's a combination of subtle ego and expectation. You are not really well prepared or feeling ready to deal with their no reply policy. So you are fearing that if you contact them and if they don't reply you, you are not really ready to handle it. And that is why you won't really want to go ahead and initiate that contact. So these are the overall reasons of why a chaser will not want to initiate the contact. So there is always battle between whether to contact or not to contact, and this whole battle is actually happening from your space of ego. A soul is completely taken a backseat, because Your pure feeling is there, but it is overdriven by your ego, and your ego is driving this whole situation in your life. Even if you decide to contact your twin flame, your ego is still driving it with your fears and insecurities. And if you decide not to contact, your assumptions, your anger, your expectations are deciding and driving that whole situation. So the dilemma of a chaser, whether to contact or not to contact, is an unending cycle unless you want to deliberately decide and come out of this cycle by working on yourself, by understanding that whatever you are facing right now is coming from your ego. And unless you are stepping out of your ego space and settling into your soul space and let your soul take the driving seat, till that time you are going to run into these repetitive cycles of running and chasing and having this dilemma of whether to contact or not to contact your twin flame. And in this particular place where you are feeling stuck and feeling that whether to contact or not to contact, your ego will come for your rescue, and you will start thinking that, okay, I am now going to decide that I am not going to contact. But I can definitely say most of you who have been chasing your twin flames would definitely resonate with this, that however you decide that you are not going to contact your twin flame, you are not able to stick with that decision for so long, because your soul is definitely calling you from the other side. That feeling, that longing, that love, that magnetic intense pull which you are having for your twin flame is definitely not letting you to stick to that decision that you don't want to contact. Definitely there is a lot of resistance inside your heart when you decide that you are not going to contact your twin flame. And the great solution to this whole scenario is that never decide anything, because whatever you decide is coming from your ego. Your ego is deciding that I want to contact, because you are trying to rationalize this whole scenario whether you have to contact or not to contact. So your decision is always going to come from your ego. And the first thing, as I said, that if you really want to come out of this chasing running cycle, is to deliberately, intentionally shift out of your ego place and start functioning from your heart space. So don't decide anything. Just feel that, okay, I am going with the flow. Whatever I feel like doing at particular moment of time, I would do that. That will completely put you at peace. Not deciding anything. Don't try and conclude things. Many a times as human being, when your twin flame says that don't contact me, you are so hurt somewhere, your ego starts deciding this, that okay, come what may, now whatever you do, I am not going to contact you ever. So it's like you will actually say final goodbyes to each other, and you would decide in your heart that I am, come what may, never ever I am going to contact this guy again. So it is coming from the ego. So obviously you are definitely, you are not in peace by taking that decision. But if you are now becoming aware that, oh, this whole drama, whatever is happening in your mind, is happening from your ego, subtle ego, your expectations, your logic, your rational mind, which is dissecting this whole scenario. And if you are deliberately able to step out of that drama and come to your soul space, you would be able to avoid this whole hodgepodge which is happening in your mind, which is actually draining your lot of energy and putting you in pain, where you are not able to decide whether to contact, not able to contact. Follow your heart. If you feel it's not a right time to contact, don't contact. If you feel you should contact, please contact. I have always kept this in my mind, that I don't want to decide whether I want to contact or not contact. If I feel like contacting, I am going to go ahead and contact. I don't want to hold my ego in my heart and take decisions accordingly. Now when it comes to going ahead and going with the flow, okay, there are certain do's and don'ts, certain things which I definitely want to give as tips. There is a certain do's list. First is minimize your contact. There are many of us who are not able to control their emotions because they are getting insecure, they are getting anxious, all these things. So obviously you are supposed to work on all these emotions which you are having, which are coming from your ego. But when you are deliberately shifting out of your ego, you would be able to work on all these negative traits which you are holding on. And when you are functioning from your soul space, always try and make sure that you minimize your contact. That does not mean that you completely refrain from contacting your twin flame, but always think whether it is really necessary right now for me to send a message. If you're really having that sort of a urge, please send a message. So the second point I was coming towards was this, that always follow your heart, always be mindful about your urge. If your urge is telling you to contact your twin flame, there is nothing wrong in contacting your twin flame. Contact your twin flame without any hesitation. It's okay. When I say follow your urge and don't hold that urge to yourself, the basic main reason for that is that it helps you to put yourself in peace. Because there are many times there is something which is eating inside you and you feel like contacting your twin flame, or you want to share something with your twin flame. There have been so many times where I used to feel that, oh, this is a great joke. I want to share this joke with my twin flame. Or there is a great song which I want to share with my twin flame. Or there is a certain experience I just had and I want to share that with my twin flame. And I used to go ahead and without any hesitation, I used to share that particular thing on WhatsApp with my twin flame. I have always followed those urges because I felt that my mental peace was equally important and it was much more important than my ego. I didn't want to hold my ego saying that I don't, come what may, I don't want to contact him, because my mental peace was more important. If I contacted him and I expressed whatever I wanted to express, I was able to come in my own peace, and that was more important to me. There have been times when he did not reply to my messages, but I was still okay. I slowly learned that it's okay if that person is not replying. What is important is that I am able to share whatever I am wanting to share with that person, and I'm seeing that the person is reading my messages. It's enough for me. I just fulfill my wish and I am able to manage my urges to say whatever I want to say. And I think it is perfectly okay till the time you are not expecting them to contact you back and reply you back, because that expectation is what is actually the culprit of the whole situation. If you are not expecting anything, this whole scenario you can really navigate through very smoothly. Work on your expectations, because when you go ahead and contact your twin flame, you are definitely going to have a lot of expectations that, oh, now I have contacted, so they should reply me back. They should not give me a silent treatment. They should answer me whenever I'm asking them anything. It may happen that the person is not really in that space of answering back your questions or your pings or your contacting them. So if at all the person is not replying you, be prepared to be okay with it. I have also made another video which talks about dealing with your twin flames silence. Please go through that video if you haven't gone through. So if you're able to work on that, that means you are successfully working on your own expectations. Then there are some don'ts in this particular process, that if you are going with the flow and wanting to initiate contact whenever you feel like initiating the contact, what is it that you should not be doing? One thing is, don't send too many frequent messages to your twin flame. I mean, I used to send one message in 1 or 2 weeks, and that was my frequency of sending a message to my twin flame. Do not send messages which are showing over attachment, over emotion, or nagging sort of a feeling that why, where are you, or those sort of messages where they will start feeling this energetic pressure from your side that you are wanting a reply from them or you are chasing them. Don't send anything which is going to form that sort of a energetic pressure on them, because the moment they start feeling that energetic pressure from your side, they will run. Another very important thing is, don't let them to take your presence for granted, because many a times you are chasing them so much that you don't even give them the chance to miss you. They don't even know how it feels if you are not talking to them, because you are not having any time gap to make them realize. You are not giving them their space to be on their own, to eventually come to this realization that how important, how special this connection is with you. And for them to realize this, there has to be some sort of a time gap from your side. If you are chasing them again and again repeatedly too frequently, they're never going to get that chance to realize it. So don't be very frequent, even if you want to send them any sort of a message. Another very important thing is you are not here to play an ego game. There are a lot of people I have come across who are somehow enjoying this game of running and chasing, and then they ask that, oh, I am the chaser but I want to become the runner now, can they become the chaser? So it's not about running and chasing. Whatever you are going through is happening because you are not able to handle your emotions, and you are always operating from your ego, and that is why this run chase drama is happening in your life. Our ultimate aim in this connection is to overcome this drama and start functioning from your soul space. If you're unknowingly starting to enjoy this game of run and chase, it is very alarming, and it's high time for you to acknowledge that you are getting stuck in that cycle, and somewhere you have to really come out of that cycle. So it is important to realize that it is not about playing an ego game over here. It's not about making them chase you and you being a runner instead. You have to refrain from all these things and try and practice to come into your soul space. You also might have this question that, okay, so how long this is going to happen, and I want to stop chasing. I will also make another video when it comes to this particular thing, that when does the chaser actually get tired of chasing and how does it happen, what happens after that. But I feel that if you are in this process of running and chasing, it is happening for a reason. It is definitely teaching you certain lessons which you really need to learn. Once you are naturally overcoming this cycle by breaking this repeating patterns, you would naturally arrive at the state where you are neither running nor chasing. You are just at one place. So I call it as stayer, but you are staying at one place. You are not running, not chasing. And the moment you stop chasing, the runner also would stop running, because there is no need to run if nobody is chasing. But for anybody to come to that stage in a very genuine and natural way, that you don't feel the need to chase, you don't feel the need to run, and you are stable at the place where you are, it takes a lot of time. It is a journey in itself. So I will be making another video for this particular thing. But I hope this video gives you a good insight about this whole dilemma. In this particular series of running chasing, my next video is going to be, can both twin flames be runners at the same time? And there is another video which is coming up, which is how do you handle your family and friends when it comes to handling or sharing this connection with them. I hope you are tuned in to my channel to watch the upcoming videos. So till I upload my next videos, take care of yourself and see you in my next video. Namaste.